Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, the IMD has declared the onset of monsoons, and a strong and timely monsoon is quite critical for the Indian economy as well. And we're also looking at the fourth consecutive time of this normal monsoons in a row. Now, while this may be boding well for India's economy and for rural growth, for stock market investors too, this could also mean a whole host of investment opportunities. Now, to discuss how to create a monsoon portfolio this time around, I'm joined by a very special guest today. Mr. Sudip Bandyopadhyay joins in. He's the group chairman at Inditrade Capital. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for taking the time out for us.
Good afternoon, Sakshi. Thanks for inviting me.
Let me just start off by saying that investors are keenly looking at the distribution of rainfall in June. And if the monsoon really goes well, monsoon-related stocks may soon start to hog limelight. Now, do you really believe that this may be a good time to add some monsoon-focused stocks to the investment portfolio?
Yeah, why not? Because markets have come down quite a bit from its peaks. And yes, there is a lot of volatility, a lot of uncertainty. But some of the stocks which I think we're going to talk about today are evergreen stocks. They are good quality stocks. So yes, monsoon should bring good cheer back to the stocks. And it is worthwhile adding. You may not add everything at one shot, but gradually building a portfolio in these stocks will definitely be worthwhile. These companies, all of them will benefit from good monsoon, either directly or indirectly.
Okay, so hopefully our monsoon will bring in cheer to not just the markets, but your investment portfolios too. So let's kickstart. I mean, whenever we talk about monsoons, fertilizers and agri-solutions is the first thing that comes to mind when monsoons hit the country. Any top pick from this particular space?
Well, I like, the specific fertilizer space. I like the non-urea basket. And there I have my pick, which is Coromandel International. It's a fantastic company. They've been doing pretty well for quite some time. Very strong balance sheet. And also, they have a couple of other businesses, which is into seeds and other things, agrochemicals and all. So fertilizers, agrochemicals, both the segments have been doing pretty well. We believe that the worst is behind us as far as these fertilizer stocks are concerned. Government also has been pretty keen to encourage the fertilizer companies increase production. Fertilizer domestic production is also going to be increased because of geopolitical scenario. But overall, I think Coromandel, we are looking at about 1100 in 6 months' time. The time is right for buying the fertilizer stocks, particularly non-urea companies, where the vagaries of government subsidy is not that much. There are supply challenges, there are cost pressures, but sometimes, most of the times, these are pass-through element in their balance sheet and P&L, so nothing to worry. For a long-term investor with 1 year plus time horizon, it's a good buy.
Okay, understood that. Now, when we also talk about normal monsoons, we always hope that this pushes the farm income as well. So farm income related stocks get back in focus this time around, soon as the southwest monsoon hits the country. Do you really expect some FMCG companies to really benefit, because a large portion is also dependent on the rural income from there? So is that a space that you're looking at?
Absolutely. In fact, a couple of FMCG companies I'll talk about, and they are very well poised even otherwise. But both these companies I'm going to talk about have got a fantastic rural distribution. Their product is genuinely appreciated and in demand in rural India. They are both, innovated pretty well. They have handled and figured out a way of, handling the cost pressures. Let's talk about the company specifically. Hindustan Unilever, I think, is the behemoth, the leader in the FMCG pack. Fantastic management, fantastic track record. One need not speak about that even. What happened is when the costs started moving up, the input costs started putting pressure. They did two things. They did selectively increase the prices, and they also did the smart thing of reducing the pack sizes. Now, both these things helps the company in protecting the margin. The rural demand was a bit of a challenge in the earlier quarters, but as we are discussing monsoon, if the monsoon is good, we know the market will be back. And with rural market coming back, Hindustan Unilever, with its unparalleled distribution network and range of products, will definitely benefit. I'll also add one more thing here. Hindustan Unilever acquired the GSK's food portfolio a few quarters. The full effect of that we haven't yet seen. We believe that over the next couple of quarters we'll start getting the impact of GSK's portfolio as well on HUL results. So all this make me extremely positive on HUL. Investors will do good to buy HUL slowly, of course, not rush into it completely because market is volatile. We have a target of 2,500 6-month plus time horizon.
Okay, so HUL 2,500 over a period of 6 months, or it can be added gradually, and this stock may definitely benefit in case there are normal monsoons, good monsoons, with the company's fundamentals, strong fundamentals right there, and distribution strengths, as well as the recently acquired portfolios that may give fillip over here too. Any other FMCG stock apart from HUL that you would want to discuss too?
Actually, the other FMCG stock I want to discuss is Dabur. Again, they are very well known for their rural distribution strength. They also have figured out ways and means of handling the cost pressure on the margins. And I believe that if the monsoon is good, Dabur's product and Dabur's business will significantly improve. Things have started looking up in rural India, and the inflation pressure, what we feel across the country, is more felt in urban locations and the urban locations. Rural India feels that a bit less. And if the agriculture is good, which should happen with monsoon being good, we will see a pickup in demand for FMCG products. Dabur will benefit. We will also find rural consumers up trading. And that again helps Dabur because they have products in all price ranges. They have products in the lower price range. They have better products in the slightly higher price range. So the up trading as well as increased demand will benefit Dabur. And Dabur, we have a target of 600. Period is again 6 month plus.
Okay, 6 months plus and 600 as the target for Dabur, and that also is another FMCG major that may stand to benefit in the current monsoons and can be looked at adding in your portfolios this time around in a staggered fashion yet again. Also, one more space that gets a lot of attraction and focus at this point in time when the monsoons hit the country, and that is the tractor companies. Obviously, we know, sir, that of the past 1 or 2 odd years, auto sector has been facing a lot of headwinds, starting from COVID, the lockdowns, the muted demand, the semiconductor shortage, and the rise in fuel prices again. But do you believe that normal monsoons could actually bring in some cheer for at least some of the tractor majors right there, as we focused on the rural and the farm incomes? We've also seen the May sales coming in on a decent space right there when you talk about Ashok Leyland, Escorts, M&M. Anything from this space that attracts you?
Well, M&M has been my favorite, and I will recommend that. You talked about tractors. In fact, it has been a fantastic April and May for the tractor companies. The tractor sales in April was all-time high. As far as the industry is concerned, and even if you compare with the FY19 when the world was free of COVID and all other distractions, the numbers which came in April and May are much better than corresponding months in 2019. So obviously the industry is in a good wicket as things stand now. And of course, if the monsoon is good, we expect the demand to continue to remain robust, which definitely will help M&M, which is the industry leader by far. They have shown significant volume growth in tractors during, as I said, April and May. I believe that rural demand for tractors should be robust during the current fiscal, and that will benefit M&M. I must mention here that beyond tractors, M&M has SUV segment, and they are also, M&M's performance has improved significantly over the last few quarters. There are few major launches lined up, which should again help M&M boost numbers and margin as far as SUV segment is concerned. Their overall company capital allocation policies and others have been streamlined, and we believe that M&M is a good buy for long term. We have a target of 1,200 for 6 month plus time horizon. So investors will do well to start accumulating M&M as well.
Okay, so M&M could be actually accumulated right from starting today with a target of 1200 over 6 months plus time period right there. Also, I wanted to ask something which is not directly related to the monsoon space, but maybe, a beneficiary again of the rising farm demand and perhaps rising credit demand. From the banking space, does anything attract you at this point in time? Do you believe some banks could be looked at this point with respect to the demand on the credit front?
Absolutely. In fact, SBI, the leading PSU bank, the largest bank in the country, they will be the biggest beneficiary of a good monsoon in the BFSI space. That's what we believe. Otherwise, also, it's very well positioned for a re-rating. If you look at the credit demand that has been robust for SBI, good monsoon should enhance the credit demand all around, not only for agriculture but allied industries and pretty much the entire industrial space in India.
Right.
Also, remember, SBI has been doing quite a lot on improving the asset quality in their book. It has improved significantly. There is significant amount of recoveries also, which is in the pipeline. Remember, these were the written-off assets, or which was being handled through the bad asset team. And these recoveries should start hitting the P&L in a positive manner from this fiscal. The subsidiaries of SBI, I must talk about, they're also performing very well. SBI has been strategically and systematically, divesting part of their stake in the subsidiaries and, accumulating further capital, which is helping them in their capital adequacy and preventing them from hitting the market for fresh fundraise, which again helps the shareholders. Overall, we believe SBI is due for a re-rating. We have a target of 600 for 6 to 12 months hold.
Okay, 600 as the target for SBI over 6 to 12 months, or this again is an evergreen stock that you've talked about. And that was my question, I wanted to understand. So 5 stocks we've discussed today, all of those I will recap for all the investors, but and the viewers watching us. But can these stocks actually be part of the long-term portfolios, or should one really look at tapping the gains cyclically as and when the monsoons come around? What would you really suggest?
Yeah, absolutely, Sakshi. In fact, all these stocks I would love to have in my portfolio, and every investor should consider having in their portfolio. Look, HUL, Dabur, leading FMCG companies, Mahindra and Mahindra, leading company in automobile space, SBI, the topmost bank in the country, and Coromandel International, a very clear performer and an excellent player in the fertilizer and agrochemical space. All of them are good bets for long term and for medium term as well. There is fundamentally nothing wrong with these companies. Market volatility may cause a little bit of upheaval as far as the prices are concerned in the short term. But if you are a long-term investor, there's absolutely nothing to worry. One should gradually accumulate these stocks for building a robust portfolio for the long run.
Okay, so 5 stocks right there we've discussed. Let me recap for all our viewers. Coromandel International with a target of 1100 over 6 months period. HUL for a target of 2500. Dabur for a target of 600. SBI for a target of 600 as well. And M&M for a target of 1200 over 6 to 12 months period as well. And with that, we come to the end of this discussion. Thank you so much, Sudip sir, for sharing all your views with all our viewers and helping them build this robust portfolio to spread monsoon share across their investments. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Sakshi.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.